Hey guys, hope you're all well. Welcome back to another reaction / review video. They're not quite reaction videos yet because, as I've already mentioned in a few of these, I'm kind of kicking things off, at least for these first few, with the idea of shining a light on a bunch of drummers that I'm already huge fans of. And kicking things off for this third episode is Mr. Craig Reynolds, straight from the path, the Grussler, an absolutely fucking phenomenal drummer. I mean, you'll soon see in this video. This is just absolute insanity what you're about to watch. You thought paradiddles were cool? Well, no one thinks paradiddles were cool. But you think you've mastered the paradiddle? Try doing this. We're going to delve into this one. Straight from the path of a band that I got into a few months ago. Actually, a little more than a month ago. A little more than probably a year ago. Sorry, I should say. Started listening to Craig with the Downbeat podcast, an awesome show, an awesome podcast, great guests. The content king or god, I can't remember what he says, he calls himself, but I second it, basically. I totally agree. Discovered him from the Downbeat podcast, kept mentioning Stray from the Path, just decided to check them out. And the first song that I heard, boy was I blown away. The first song that I heard was the opening move, from Only Death Is Real album, and in fives between the kicks, hi-hats. You've got to go check it out if you haven't heard it. And I got into them about the right time because I bored myself to death in the best possible way with that album, Only Death Is Real. Delved into their back catalogue, which is a little bit different. You can definitely see the kind of progression in terms of sound and stuff. And then once I'd gone through all of that, bang, the latest album came out, Eternal Atomics. And this was the first single, I believe, actually, from it. And we're about to jump into it. I can't wait, because this is a track that I've heard so many times, and I've very nearly got it down. Well, actually, it took me forever to get it down, actually. I was on this bloody thing for months. And I've tracked a drum cover, which I'm fairly confident with, and I'm going to start editing the drum cover for that soon. So which of these videos goes out first, the drum cover or this reaction, I'm not too sure, but you have to check the channel and see what's up. So yeah, fortune teller, Craig Reynolds, straight from the path. Here we go. I forgot there was no lyrics on this. Take the vocals off. Minor cymbals, Tama drums. Listen, that snare, bell brass snare, Tama bell brass. Paradiddle over that motherfucker. Listen, that where those accents lie is just not. It's just not right. Dun 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 dun. Ah, love it. Those cymbals sound tremendous as well. Minor cymbals. Said it before, I'll say it again. They are the only cymbal manufacturer, the only cymbals that I would play aside from Peisty. Peisty first. I'm gonna wait. That fill, I'm gonna rewind it because I was chatting shit over the top of that. That fill is tremendous. I've paused it. I'm gonna go back. I said I was gonna try not to do this, but listen to this fill. Listen to that! Oh, love it. Awesome player. I didn't manage to get that one in my drum cover, I know that much. So heavy. Heavy. Love that fill. And to go into that pattern again, to go back into the paradiddles is like, it just blows my mind. It's the main thing after getting this down that I struggled with. Dun. And that fill again. So many good licks. Playing with pocket. That's what I like. Pocket. By the way, do you want to break down? Fucking right you do. Yes! This is where on the record Drew's like, oh no, it's the next one. Never mind. I was going to do my impression. Fucking so heavy, such a dirty breakdown. But you kind of need to settle things down, slow things down after you've been fucking playing gent over fucking paradiddles. Insane. I loved it actually. I saw in his story when this came out, the caption was like, when the band tells you not to overplay in the verse, and it was me, and then this fucking the state of that, man. Listen to the state of that. Unbelievable stuff. And if you haven't already heard any of, Straight from the Path's other stuff, then you really do need to to check them out, because it's just insane. If you're a drummer, then you definitely need to check them out, and if you're a fan of music and even a fan of politics as well, then you definitely need to have a little listen. You will not be missing out. Just drum wise, lick wise, I pulled out a couple of those fills there. Like, it's really difficult to be playing those fills full stop, right? But then to be playing those fills and to be going into that paradiddle, breaking the rhythm, and to be going back into that is like really, it just messes with you a little bit. Not that nice. Nice to listen to, not nice to play. And then, and that's kind of like throughout all of Stray's stuff. Like, I play along with a few bits, and some of the stuff I can manage, some of the stuff I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Yeah, or just how does he piece those stuff together? What an absolute legend. So yeah, Craig Reynolds. I actually went down to his drum clinic as well. It was a drummers only. It was himself and Eddie Thrower, and I missed Eddie because we went down, and I think Craig was on like 1 o'clock, whatever it was. Drove down. I like driving to drum clinics. I'll trek anywhere for a good drum clinic. Newcastle down to Leeds. I think we were in Skegness beforehand, and then we went up. We left Skegness at like 9 o'clock in the morning. 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, up to Leeds to check out the drum clinic. Awesome store as well, by the way, drummers only, Leeds. Really cool store. Craig done his bit, played some random shit in like, jazz stuff, played some Stray stuff, played some blast beats, more blast beats, and then some more blast beats, and then off he fucked. And then we missed Eddie Thrower, because I actually had a wedding gig that I was playing with C Collective, which then on the day got pulled forward, loading time got pulled forward, so it was like, oh, we need to be there in a couple of hours. And I was like, well, it takes me a couple of hours to get back from Leeds, so we had to trek all the way back up. Missed Eddie Thrower, sad times. Very glad though. I actually caught him at a drum clinic up Newcastle a little while ago. I'm waffling again, but yeah, anyway, caught Craig, really, and met him as well, really nice guy, absolute legend. And yeah, Straight from the Path, check them out, one of my favourite bands. Saw them live now as well, just once. And you think of band as well, by the way, when you listen to this, and this is just the drum tracks over, the guitars. When you listen to the album, and the first thing that I thought was drums, they're fucking sampled to fuck. There's no way on earth a drum kit can sound that nice. And you'll be so surprised if you go see them live, especially that snare drum. I was like, what sample is that snare drum? That's just ridiculous where they managed to pull that from. And fucking, it sounded exactly like that at the drum clinic, and it sounded exactly like that live as well. And the whole band sound huge live, absolutely huge. For what's a three-piece band? They're not a three-piece, sorry, but it's drums, bass, and guitar, and then vocals are separate. So there's no like two guitars or anything like that. Just fucking awesome. So go check them out. Check out Craig Reynolds. Check out the Downbeat podcast and all that good stuff. And yeah, he's got a bunch of stuff. Check out his YouTube channel as well. Links in the description. He's got a bunch of stuff on his YouTube channel. I actually delved into quite a bit of that. A lot of good drum playthroughs coming up suggested. Yeah, Straight from the Path. House Always Wins. That is a belter of a track. Kickback as well. Awesome track. Go check them out, you'll have an absolute field day. If you are a drummer, if you are a fan of music, if you are a fan of anything heavy, this is up your street. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed this review video. Comment below with what you would like me to see, or what you would like me to see, you see, me see. It's too late for this. Comment below and I'll see you in the next video.